A Mobile shopkeeper who nearly lost his life to violent crime has made a triumphant return to the port city. Family members welcomed Grover Stewart home Thursday after he spent nearly 2 months in a Birmingham hospital and rehab center.
This is video from his family. Stewart was shot in the back September 15th during an armed robbery at the Mother's Finest convenience store on Houston Street, a shot that left him paralyzed from the waist down. A 16 and a 20-year-old are now charged with that crime.
Doctors say he may walk again, but it could take months, even years. But he is determined to recover. Crimes like these are wearing thin on local families.
But NBC 15's Darwin Singleton has learned a new and unique people's campaign is coming that could put violent criminals in their place.
Ann Williams well remembers the day her brother Grover Stewart was shot as he worked in the family's convenience store on Houston Street. As a city employee, she heard the call come down on a city radio.
He was inside on the floor with a gunshot wound to his back, and today the bullet is still lodged in his spine. He's paralyzed, waist down.
2 young men are now charged with the robbery attempt. The accused triggerman only 16 years old.
These guys that committed this violence on my brother, they were customers, and I just imagine what he was thinking when it happened.
But even as his family celebrates, the threat of deadly violence continues for other families and neighborhoods in Mobile and surrounding communities. But now there is a grassroots effort to try to change all of that, and it's something that we've never seen before.
We're just simply saying, if you are a man as defined by manhood, then let's display it once again. This is not toxic masculinity. This is not misogyny. This is just men saying it's our responsibility to set an example for these boys so they'll stop killing each other.
John Young is a Mobile police officer, but he's stepping out of that uniform to lead an effort called Men United Against Violence. And when he says men, he means men. So you're really challenging almost our masculinity to define what masculinity is.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're saying, let's go back to the 1970s and 1980s men that were dignified and strong, and we love our women, we support our women in their causes, but there is an order.
On November 19th, Young wants men of every community and walk of life to walk shoulder to shoulder down Dauphin Street to address the violence and take our communities and cities back from those who are pulling our young men into drugs and violence.
They should be afraid of us, and we no longer afraid of them.
Young hopes women will be there too, falling in behind to support them on that walk back on Houston Street. Ann applauds the idea, and she offers this manly advice.
Work hard, take care of your family. It's just so many things that can describe a man.
In Mobile, Darwin Singleton, NBC 15 News.
The Men United Against Violence Walk is set for Saturday morning, November 19th, when supporters will gather at 8 o'clock in the morning at the corner of Broad Street and Dauphin. Keep watching. We'll be bringing you much more on this growing movement as that date approaches.